All right, welcome to Spoiler Kings. I'm Tank Kramer, Brian the Grizzly, Brandman Brandon down there, and we're gonna check out the new MCU trailer, The Marvels. So let's watch it first, and then we'll talk all about it because everyone got feelings about it for sure. All right, let me know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah. Captain Rambo?
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter.
Better get you some readings, Fury.
What?
Hello?
Monica!
Hello?
Captain Rambo?
Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo?
So,
Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you...
I could totally show you.
No,
I'm not again.
Hi.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
That's my favorite part.
Shields up!
We're a team.
No, we're not a team.
We're not a team.
Go November. All right, so I'll let Brandon go first. Brandon,
Right
what
out
you
of
think, man?
right out of the woodwork, this trailer scored points to me just for using the Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like that. It's suited the trailer, so whoever went with that choice of music needs a raise. But
Yeah.
but that was pretty much the same exact trailer that leaked during Comic-Con last year, for like a hot minute before it got yanked. But I think it looks fun. I think it looks like a fun little romp, kind of like a Freaky Friday type vibe in it, with them kind of switching switching places in space and that sort, or like space and time, that sort of thing. I'm having kind of trouble describing it. I like that we're going to see more of the Khan family because they were my favorite parts of Miss Marvel. One of my favorite parts of Miss Marvel. I think Iman Vellani is really going to carry the movie. Just her energy. Well, she essentially is Kamala Khan. Hence probably the reason why she got the role. And I really like the director. It's from, I know the people who did the first Captain Marvel aren't involved. I think this is Nia DaCosta, who did the surprisingly solid Candyman sequel a couple
yeah, oh
years
yeah, that's right.
That's number one. Warning.
Yeah,
Candyman,
you
Candyman,
Oh,
Candyman,
God.
Candyman. Do something about it.
Was it Brian's gonna go to his wife? It's like, text me.
Nope.
I
I
got
told you I'm the dude with the briefcase. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, he's already packed up.
I'm packed up. Let's go. There's too many mirrors around
got the
here.
car warming up.
It's a camera. I'm out.
But I think it looks fun. It looks like kind of fun escapism. I know we're kind of getting some more serious stuff with Marvel with Secret Invasion not too far off. But and my initial thoughts is it looks fun. Wait to see more. The trailer definitely hooked me.
Yeah. So real quick, so the name of that Beastie Boys song is called Intergalactic Planetary.
Yeah.
So
Intergalactic Planetary. Intergalactic. I remember the song. Yeah.
So yeah, just so if anybody who don't know, I know Beastie Boys are old at this point now. So yeah. So obviously the song fits the vibe of the trailer. All right, Brian, what you got?
All right. I still feel like it feels like a Disney Plus show.
Mm.
And that,
Yeah.
and
It's-
don't know
it's the-
why that has
your
so bad. Like I don't understand. Like, oh no, it feels like a movie. No, I feel like what we saw last week when we saw Nick Fury, that felt like a movie, even though it's a Disney Plus show. And this feels more like a Disney Plus show because it seems like it's gonna be a long story, a lot of stuff, more episodes, things like that. It feels that way. I felt like it was a season 2 of Miss Marvel, and it just and not that it's a it's him, Xavier.
Yeah, it's exactly what he said.
But like, and I'm not trying to like. I like the Miss Marvel. I did. It's one of my favorite shows I've seen on Disney Plus. But it felt like a show. It did not feel like a movie to me. You know, and just the exact opposite of what I saw, last week. I felt like that felt like a movie. It didn't feel like a show to me at all. It felt like it's epic. This comes to a conclusion. I didn't feel that way. This movie, and I feel like I don't think that they're putting money behind this. I think it's going to look good. It's going to be a fun time. I just don't. It didn't. I didn't get. I got show vibes, not movie vibes. And it's like you can't say anything negative against something. Like no, I still want to say something. I can say negative or positive regardless. I think it could be good characters, just bad concept. I think that the concept should be more. It could be fun, but it should look like a movie. A movie is at the most a 2.5 hour concept. This doesn't seem like a 2.5 hour concept. It seems like a show that's going to take multiple episodes. That could be an 8 episode series and be great, which is still 4 hours of content. But I didn't feel that way. I felt like it was a TV show. That's just me.
Yeah. No, I mean a lot of people are saying the same thing. It does feel like a Disney Plus show, but the trailer says this film is not yet rated, so I'm confused. It's not yet rated because it comes out in November. 7 months.
If it were a show, Brandon, there's an easy way to distinguish. You'd see the Disney Plus logo at the end.
But it doesn't matter. The way it feels is the way it feels.
It seems like, it seems like it. And I mean, that's a very popular kind of opinion right now. Because even I believe John Campea, when I watched him, he said kind of the same thing. Same thing like you. He's like, it felt like a show, but it also feels like the best show. What he said, the best show he watched out of it.
I'm going to enjoy it regardless, but it doesn't feel like a movie.
So my thing is, I don't think we got anything. I think we got a teaser of a teaser of a teaser at this point, because it's 7 months out. Like they're still working on it. There's still probably going to be reshoots. There's still going to be a lot of stuff done with this movie. I just feel they had to put this out before Secret Invasion. They're like, because remember last week, like we got Secret Invasion.
This is what I was talking about at this point.
Yeah, so they're like, hey, here's this, but don't forget this is following that. And Brie Larson is very connected with the Kree and all that stuff. Like she's very much part of that. Same thing with Nick Fury. You also got to remember, like the whole thing with Nick Fury. Like when was Nick Fury last Nick Fury? Because now we know he was a Skrull. And now you need to like, okay, shit, where was he at? This and that. So like, I think like
I thought the Secret Invasion looked so good, and they could have dropped a trailer for this at the end of the Secret Invasion series, because it's a series once again, and we got a better effect because we'll have more things that and they're probably going to do it because this is a teaser.
They're probably going to do it. Yeah,
it's not a trailer. This is a teaser trailer, so they're probably going to do it. But I didn't think it needed to be dropped down.
You know what I think part of it may be. I can't help but kind of draw some comparisons to the situation with Shazam 2, where the release date was shifted around quite a bit.
I said
so.
They're
trying to kind of get on the horse because the other, what's the other element with Shazam 2 that Warner Brothers, aside from the release date, where else did Warner Brothers fail?
Well, any marketing?
Yeah. So
any marketing?
The marketing, I feel like we can all agree, was pretty much non-existent. So I think they kind of want to get on that train now.
7 months early?
7 months is a long time.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
How many times do you see a superhero movie, get advertised sometimes up to a year beforehand?
But the best ones, like Spider-Man, 2.5 months, 3 months.
Spider-Man 3 was advertised a year beforehand, and look how that turned out.
It wasn't a
Oh,
teaser
yeah,
trailer.
that's
We
not
knew
good.
we knew what was going on, but it wasn't a trailer that dropped. Not
Neither
a
was
nine. This is a trailer. There's no need for this. You could have waited.
They
Yeah.
got to get on the advertisement horse.
For what?
Yeah.
You're literally going to have a show that talks about the whole thing that's going on to this point for the next 2.5 months. So
They've
why do they
delayed-
have to do advertising right now?
They've delayed it 4 times.
That's another problem
They have
in
to keep
itself.
they have to keep everyone's interest.
For
Yeah,
something that's
that-
coming out 7
See,
months.
that's the-
Brandon?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, here, Brandon Davis brought up a good question. He goes, they release trailers.
Yeah,
Yo,
Mission
they-
Impossible 7.
They released a year ago.
yeah,
I think it was more than a year.
more than a
for,
year
you know,
ago.
Top Gun.
With Top-
Yeah, more
Top
than a
Gun
year
came
ago.
out- Yeah, Top Gun came out. What was it, like late May, early June last year? Mission Impossible.
but this is
came out in
a Marvel movie.
Mhm.
Like I just,
See,
it's
that's
not like
my
you're not
only
going to have
issue.
another you're not having another opportunity. You're
No,
going to have
yeah.
another opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the only issue is I don't know why they release it so early. So Secret Invasion comes out in June, the end of June. So you got to figure it's going to say it has 8 episodes. It'll be done sometime in August. So you got August, September, October, November. That's still 4 months
And that's perfect
before.
to do-
And that's a yeah. Yeah. And I think that's when we're going to get the actual trailer is at the end of is in August. So I don't know. I really don't know why they did it. But with that being said, I like the trailer. I like the trailer. I like seeing Monica. Hopefully, like this shot alone was, the money shot, but like Monica in her suit, her official suit, which is awesome. Hopefully they call her Photon, Bree's got her new suit, whatever is going on there. And then Kamala's got her new suit going on. So I liked it.
But it's
Yeah,
fine. But it's
Yeah. Even this fight scene, the fight scene got me super interested because she's wearing a bangle. So, and they're fighting the other 2 Marvels are fighting Captain Marvel. So like, why? And then she looks all dark with her crazy hair, all frizzed out. So I was like, it got me curious and I want to know what's going on. But because is she a Skrull at this point? Is, like, I'm really curious about it all,
I'm not, because I have to wait 7 months to even ask the
Yeah.
question or even remember that I have to ask this question. Like,
Yeah. So the only thing I can think of why they released it so early was for people like Brandon Davis, where he's like, I didn't watch Miss Marvel. This right here, this scene is how Miss Marvel post credit ends. You don't need to see Miss Marvel to see this. They released it in the trailer, obviously, but this was the teaser to set up the movie. So maybe they're trying to push people to go watch Miss Marvel before. Maybe it's like a push, like, hey, check out that show before the movie, before the show that sets up the other movie. Is that too much? I don't know. Maybe
7 months ahead. Like, you could do the same thing, especially if Secret Invasion is really, really good, and it could bring people back to Disney Plus. If it's as good as it looks like it could be, it could bring people to Disney Plus. It could say, now watch the Marvels, because as you said, Brie Larson is huge in this. Kamala Khan is going to be big in this story. Monica Rambeau is going to be huge in this story. So like, they're already going to be big. If that show is good, you're already going to get people to watch it. So I just think it was just unnecessary, and you're going to have other opportunities, especially in August.
Yeah.
You got Comic-Con. Like, I mean, just you have times. Like, it didn't seem like it's almost disingenuous. It feels like you're doing it because you're worried that people are not going to watch it. So you're trying to give it extra marketing for no reason. So I don't know.
You're mad about them advertising a movie?
No, it just makes because I feel like it's almost like you're gonna force it to flop. It's either marketing too early can also hurt it just as much as marketing not at all. It tells you maybe I don't believe in this. Like all this stuff could, and if you don't take advantage of the marketing when you're supposed to, like if a good trailer really good movie, really good trailer, dropped at the right time. It makes you anticipate the movie, even if it's 3 months out. And 7 months out, it doesn't do that because you're
no
gonna
one's
forget
planning
about
for
it.
November.
No one's thinking about I'm gonna go buy my ticket. What the fuck am I doing that for?
That said, do you think Paramount doesn't believe in Mission Impossible or Lucasfilm doesn't believe in Indiana Jones?
Well, I would say Mission Impossible had one movie 4 years ago. So if they're coming out a movie every 2 years, that's not the same thing. You're talking about the Marvel that's going to have a show talking about the same characters 3 months before the movie comes out. We're not talking about apples to apples, Brandon. You're talking about apples to orange, apples to banana. It doesn't make sense.
The Mission Impossible franchise is no slouch, even if it came out 4 years ago.
But once again, you have another Marvel show, Brandon. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's not we have another Mission Impossible. It'll be like us doing Mission Impossible 9 when Mission Impossible 7 is coming in July.
We still had another Tom Cruise movie in the interim that made a dump ton of money last year.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, that's why you probably would. Well, yeah, and they released a behind the scenes thing right when Top Gun was like, hey, here's $1 billion movie, but here's the next one, here's the next Tom Cruise movie, and they just showed like the whole bike jumping off the cliff thing.
Yeah, but this is not the same thing because once again, these characters are going to be in the show that's going for the next 8 weeks. You're almost cutting your nose despite your face. So you're not actualizing on what you should be doing for this. Yeah. And we already know it's going to get hate. It's going to get toxic hate. You're going to get that. So why not wait? Minimize
it. See, that's the thing. Obviously, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson got it's an insane amount of hate that they got. Oh, real quick, Xavier said Brian can smell the desperation that Marvel execs. It could be. It could be. But also, maybe they don't think that these ladies are big box office draws. Captain Marvel made $1 billion, so I don't think that's the case. But
it's pandemic times. I understand they haven't had a lot of $1 billion movies. I mean, you haven't. But it's still too early to even maximize on your thing. So, like, if that was the case, even if they were worried about it, Brie Larson is not capable of carrying a movie, which I think is stupid because she's definitely done that. But she's done before. But it's just too early. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, so I know Brandon.
Will you forget about it? Can you possibly forget about this and not even remember that it comes out in November?
No, because like you said, like they're going to re-release another trailer.
We're gonna have Ahsoka. We're gonna have this. You're gonna have we have so many things that are gonna come out. Beast Wars. You're gonna have so much that's happening. You want to re-release a trailer, like you want to make.
Well, that's what they're gonna do. But that's what they always do, and they're gonna do it after Secret Invasion. I don't get why they did this early, but I'm not mad at it either. I'm like, okay, cool. I got a teaser of just seeing them together, which is cool.
If this movie makes $400 million, you're gonna be upset then. Because they would have shot themselves in the foot.
But I don't think it would be because they released a teaser 7 months prior. I don't think that would be the reason why it made 400. If it would make that little, it would be because it's a bad movie, and the toxic fans are the issue.
They're still gonna see it.
Well,
they're gonna be the first ones in line.
Multiverse of Madness. When we're talking about when you do things and there's too much time in between, it just does not do well for them.
See, but this is the opposite of Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness was like they didn't release a trailer, so people started making up shit. Like, oh man, Tom Cruise is gonna be in it. This person's gonna be in it. And what if like this might be like, hey, listen, like Tom Cruise is not gonna be in this movie. Iron Man's not gonna be in this movie. Like, don't make up your own story because that's what they did in Multiverse of Madness.
Because that lost the money.
What?
Because
everyone making up their own narrative. Yeah,
they didn't like the movie. They lowered their expectations of the movie. I don't think they lost money because they did that. Because they didn't wait. I think Thor: Love and Thunder. If they would have put more trailers out for Thor: Love and Thunder, it would have made less money. If they would have put the trailers out like in February and it comes out in July, they would have made less money because we would have known how terrible it is.
Yeah,
putting trailers at the right time.
Opposite of your point.
No,
it's like maybe they didn't know that one.
Oh, but put trailers at the right time is what really is for marketing. Marketing wise, you should put it at the right time to maximize everyone's views. And remember that people are going to enjoy it, especially after something positive. So, or possibly they don't believe Secret Invasion is good, even though that trailer looked.
No, that's gonna be good.
It's gonna be looked unbelievable because unless that's the answer, which I don't believe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I want to talk about the actual trailer. You know, we're talking if it should be released or not. We got it. So I want to talk about. This scene is my favorite scene of the entire trailer. It was her. It would be an actual reaction of somebody, like, oh, here's a fluffy cat, and then they eat two people, you know, and then her being just a teenager, you know, I don't know, and that's why I think she's gonna steal this movie is because she's gonna be the Jiminy Cricket of it all, you know, like we can't do that. We have to be the good people because she's a kid, you know, and Monica's a military person. Brie Larson's a military person now.
Original Jiminy Cricket or remake Jiminy Cricket?
The good one. The original.
This is also my favorite scene, but once again, it did feel still like a show. This is my favorite scene by far. I laughed immediately when seeing it.
Yeah. See, I think people are getting it, and this might be the issue that Disney's having with doing Disney Plus stuff is, do people feel like this looks like a show because one of the biggest characters in the trailer is from a show, you know, and they're bringing stuff right out of the show. Like this is like, right out of the show. You know what I mean? I want to know what's going on here with this dude, why he's chained up, you know, but you know, we'll figure that out later, you know. But yeah, so it was like the last time we saw this character was in a show. The last time we saw Monica Rambeau was in a show. You know what I mean? So
that might be a very good answer because, you know, I see Nick Fury. I felt like the trailer I watched for Secret Invasion was like a movie. It felt like a movie. I feel like the way they did it, and they released it 3 months ago, like, you know, with time to get my anticipation going. You know, I feel like that was the right move to make, and it felt that way. It felt very finished. It felt very, we put money in because we believe in this. You know, I just didn't feel the same way. And maybe I'm wrong. And maybe I'm 100% wrong. This is like my favorite movie of the year. But that's just the vibes I get.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm digging it. I like it. I mean, also like maybe the Secret Invasion, you know, thing. Excuse me. I got burp. Well, here, Secret Invasion. Our first trailer reaction for Secret Invasion was September 14th, 2022. How long ago was that?
Was that reaction? Or was that September? Or was that at the Comic-Con thing?
That was the Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. It was a release for someone's phone.
No. That was the official one.
Official trailer?
The teaser trailer, not the official trailer. The teaser trailer was the teaser trailer.
You know, honestly, and that I feel like felt like a TV show. This definitely didn't feel it the same way. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah,
I mean, that's why. I mean, it could be setting up and stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, because I'm like, when did we first watch it? Because I remember we watched him. You know, it looked like he was getting off a spaceship or some shit.
Yeah, and I had just realized there was no release date set in stone when that trailer came out. They left it
because they pushed it back too.
Yeah,
pushed it back a couple times.
Yeah, but yeah, so I was like, yeah, they do it, but I'm excited about this one. I like it. You know, I like seeing these characters are really cool. I want to know more about everything. Real quick, we go get some of these comments I skipped over. Xavier said, hopefully the official trailer feels more cinematic in nature, and we get some sense of the story. Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, we have no idea what the story is, which is fine. You know, we're just getting like they're together. Yeah.
It showed me enough. You know, we have a habit of I can't even. This might not even hold any water because the full trailer is not out yet, but we get so many trailers where they compress the entire movie in 2.5 minutes, and I'm fine with them showing me just enough to kind of hook me in. But I have to wait until the full trailer comes out to say anything more about that. And
I'm curious about the time jump, you know, because Monica seems like she's got a a grasp on her powers. I was like, oh shit, didn't you just like earn that? Did you just figure that out? So it was like, how much of a time jump since it was from her learning it in WandaVision to this?
Oh yeah,
You know?
they're all definitely.
WandaVision got to be what, 2 years, 3 years almost, right? Even in actual time.
In actual time, yeah.
Actual time, WandaVision is that long ago.
2 years. Yeah.
So by the time it came out, it would have been 3 years, over 3 years.
How long again did they say WandaVision took place after Endgame? I can't quite remember.
Like a week after. It was like directly after. It was like the next day or so.
Like right after.
Like it was like
Yeah.
it was
In
right
Marvel
after.
time, I think this has been 5 years. In actual time, it's been like 3 years. Because I mean, think about it. WandaVision came out before Loki. It was the first Disney Plus show that came out. So this has been actual 3 years. Like it's almost, by the time this movie comes out, it'll be almost 4 years in real time.
Yeah.
So we're talking about
Yeah.
it could be 7 years in Marvel universe.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm curious. But also for Kamala Khan, like, what's the time difference between her learning her stuff and this?
Now I think that's only a year.
Yeah, which is still decent. But he said, fingers crossed the reshoots will hopefully help the project for now. It's not really on my radar, too much other stuff to occupy my mind. Yeah, and I think that's what this one was like, hey, check it out. We got the three Marvels all together. I think this is like the tip of the iceberg for the movie. Like, we have no idea,
And maybe it was
going
so general. That's why I feel like it's like a TV show, because it's so general that you're gonna
very,
have
very
10
vague.
episodes, 10 episodes to try to get to anywhere for it to make any sense. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. So they kept it very vague on purpose. Like, we don't even know who the bad guys are, why they're doing it, how they have to fix it. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, I think.
The backlash about Brie. Yeah, and that's another issue is you release it this early. You give them a chance, and you let. But maybe that's a good thing, because that's what helped the first one. Was all these backlash and all these geeks and gamer channels. Literally every day they made a video. I think The Quartering made a video every single day about Brie Larson.
It's psychotic.
It's insane.
But also, you gotta remember the Captain Marvel came out a month before Endgame. I mean, like, it was still in the prime time of all this stuff, guys.
Of the big one. Yeah.
So I think if this movie makes $700 million, it's a success. Even though it makes $300 million less than it made the last time, I think it's still a success.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of put it in context. It's not right before Kang Dynasty. You need to watch this before you understand what's going on. It's not the same thing. So even if it only makes $700 million, it's still that's a good, successful movie for this one.
Yeah. What Marvel hasn't made its money back. It's debatable. Everyone's saying Black Panther. I don't think so, because it's like at $850 or so,
No, it's
which is considered made its money.
It's made its
I
money
mean,
back.
you get other people.
You're really trying to massage those numbers to make it say it's not going to make any money.
There's a lot of people that are like, yeah, well, it costs this much, but then it costs like $1 bazillion to market it. I was like, okay,
no one spends $1 bazillion.
Yeah, no, it made profit. It probably didn't make as much as they wanted, but it probably made a profit.
It would have made profit off of $400 million, and it didn't double it. So it's probably made $400 million of profit. So like,
even with the marketing. On it.
No one spends that much money on marketing.
I would say Ant-Man is not doing too well.
It's still going to make $500 million, and it's.
I don't know, because it's pretty low on the box office numbers. It'll still make a profit, but it won't make that much. I think it's like at 500.
Yeah, so I said $500 million.
No, that's how much it is at.
Yeah, that's right.
So
yeah, but that's not how much it costs to make Ant-Man.
I think Ant-Man was like 180.
I thought it was 140, but yeah, that's about. If you do 140 and you double it just for marketing, that's 200. 200.
200.
So even if you double 200 million for marketing, which I don't think you do, you still made money.
Yeah.
Marvel's
well, then you got to consider whatever the marketing was, and the marketing is usually how much in the marketing is it? 10%? Or no, is it exactly what? I don't know. There's like a number,
calculator.
Yeah, I'm
it's
sorry,
not-
Brandon don't know this. You
It's
don't
not
know how
going
much
to. It's not going to double its cost of making it. To make it, you're going to make a profit. You made a profit off this movie.
Yeah, like it's at 476 right now. You know, even if they spend another $100,000 on marketing, it made $100 million. Yeah, 100 grand.
Still made
$100 million.
$175 million. That's still fine.
Yeah, so definitely looks like a show like that trash ass blue. Man, that's right. You on that Blue Beetle? That Blue Beetle looked great, man. What are you talking about?
You shut your whole mouth about Blue Beetle.
That looked great. I love Blue Beetle.
Looks
You know,
awesome.
again, that was just a teaser trailer. You know, so we get a trailer eventually. But all right, man. Anything else?
In July, right?
What's that?
What was that?
That comes out in July, right? Blue Beetle.
August, right?
August.
August, right?
So we get the trailer a month before. I'm just whatever.
But does that go with what you're saying? Like DC doesn't have any faith in these non-James Gunn stuff, so they're gonna like put out a teaser and a trailer, and then that's it.
Yeah, you know, they're by the way, speaking of DC, it was nice to hear this news on the cast of Creature Commandos, by the way.
Yes.
But, yeah,
Into that.
you know, it's kind of like even with Blue Beetle, this is kind of in a state in limbo. It's kind of will they, won't they, in terms of incorporating him into the this rebooted universe, which I kind of hope they do. Just kind of going by the trailer, but you know, that's 5 months out. No, 4 months out.
4.
Yeah.
I know you're not talking about how many months out right now after we just talked about wrap up the
Pull
show.
that up. Yeah.
Wrap up the show.
Well, one last thing. I was looking for this and I couldn't find it. Like, do we have a new accuser, new Ronin? You know, another reason for people to get mad, like, oh, they're replacing Ronin Accuser with a chick, you know, like a chick Ronin.
I was gonna say he's dead, so
Yeah, he's dead. So
Anyone who complains about that or goes, "Oh, MCU," I'm just assuming they don't bathe.
okay.
Or they pee in their basement.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody gets that reference, but
yell at their mothers when their hot pockets aren't warm enough.
I need the Cartman clip of like, Ma, they go to the bathroom and she just brings a bucket. Oh man, but cool. And I also like the logo. You know, it puts Miss Marvel's. Am I saying it wrong? Chillmonger might come after me with the whole Miss and Ms. But the Miss Marvel S, you know, the photon
and then
logo,
the text of Captain Marvel that she's had since her first movie.
Yeah,
that's
so,
cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I really hope the director Nia DaCosta goes far because I really like her work. So her directing is a big draw for me because I really like her work.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, we'll see when we get an official trailer or whatever happens in Secret Invasion. You know, we'll talk more about this as it comes out. But we'll see. We'll see how it feels later.
If you remember.
Ryan's the hater on this one today, man.
Make sense, man.
It's still a good trailer. I liked the trailer. I enjoyed it.
It was fine. It was fine.
But now,
TV show-ish. I'm just telling you. Like,
I think Zack Attack said it best. Where you know this trailer. I think he called it exhausting because like one he liked the trailer. It was great. He goes 2. It gives it way too much time for all the incel haters to just really hate on it. So
they already are. You know, I'm trying to like kind of avoid comment sections and message boards because just like Zach said, it's really exhausting and really unfortunate.
You don't want to give someone more opportunity to do those things.
Yeah,
and that's why it just
you're feeding them.
I'm starting to just kind of try my best to ignore them because I don't really think they even deserve to call themselves fans. They just piss and moan for the sake of pissing and moaning. And it's exhausting, just like you said. It's corrosive and toxic. They're a disgrace to fandom, if you ask me.
Yeah, it gets boring after a while, man.
It is. It's boring, and I could go on. It's draining. So you know, I'm really over them.
Yeah, you are not kidding. But all right, let's move on to some other stuff. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. If you're watching on replay, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let us know what you think about the Miss Marvels. Do you agree with Brian? Do you agree with Brandon? You know, you got your own opinion about it all. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. But hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're on our way to 1,000, and we're gonna be announcing some giveaways sometime soon. You know, for when we hit that big milestone. So make sure you're part of the Spoiler Kings channel and come back every Monday and Thursday for our live shows. But cool. Thank you all. We are going to move on to our next topic.